And welcome back to Right Rear Racing. I'm your host, Donnie Watson. We're going to bring you the first asphalt race of the Right Rear Racing, brought to you on Rear Racing here. And it's going to be the Saturday night SRX series, and it's presented by Racers Elite. As these drivers are currently out there doing their hot laps, it looks like Gates just got the quick time here at IRP. And we're going to go look at some of the drivers that are qualifying. As we got Brandon Honeycutt, he's going to be in that 13 machine. He's going to sit third after his first lap, I believe. And he's coming around in turn 1 and 2, or that's turn 4. And he bobbled as he comes out of turn 4. And Honeycutt's going to get a 22.67. We're going to have Aaron Roth. He's going to be that 57 machine. And the Huskers 57, as I believe he's waiting to go out on the track. And Alex Gates, he's going to be in that Mission 22.77 as he comes out turn 2 down the back straightaway, or turn 4 down the front straightaway. If I can get my turn straight here, we'll be fine here soon. But I believe he's just doing extra laps at this time. Now the 57 of Aaron Roth, he's coming out on the track, and I believe he's did an unsafe pit exit. He's going to probably reset and try again. We have 9 drivers have qualified, with 4 drivers that have not qualified yet. Again, the 57 of Aaron Roth in that Nebraska car, he's going to be on the pit road. We're going to go with Brandon Honeycutt here as he's doing extra laps. And he loses, as soon as we go on him, he loses it as he's coming out of turn number 2. I see Aaron Roth in that 57 machine. He's starting to move again. You see that he's on the pit lane down low. He's going to come out here at turn 2 down the back straightaway. He's going to hit that loud pit. Looks like he slowed up coming out of the pits and try it again. We're going to go back with Brandon Honeycutt down the front straightaway, entering turn 1. He's just doing the extra laps as he can. There's another 4 minutes left in their qualifying session, and then we're going to go into a 150 lap race here at the Lucas Oil International Raceway Park. And a little bit about the sponsors, or a little bit of sponsors that they have here for the Racers Elite Network. We're going to have Mazda Racing, the GTR simulator, .213simware.com, and Speed Zone Race Control, and the admin box. We also have the KS Designs, giving your visions a reality. Again, we're going to have 4 drivers that have not qualified yet. As you see the ticker up on the top left, they have roughly about 2.5 minutes left of qualifying before we start our 150 lap main event tonight. And we have that 2 machine, and that Miller 2 is going to be Andrew Teft. He's going to be 98 on your scoreboard here as he goes up high on his outlap. As he's coming out of turn 4, he's getting the green flag. As it goes in turn 1 for the first time, he's up there on the high side, staying off that wall, shooting down out of turn 2, coming down the back straightaway for his first lap. Entering turn 3, kind of running up high the midline there. He's cutting it back down, and his first lap is going to be a 22.64. That's going to put him third on the board. And I believe Aaron Roth might be trying again. That's going to be the Nebraska Cornhuskers 57. As we're still watching the Miller High Life. Number 2, Andrew Teft, as he comes out of turn number 4, his last time for qualifying. And his second lap is going to be a 22.64, just like his first lap. And he's still going to be sitting third for the starting lineup. Again, we have 20 seconds left until qualifying is done. Then we're going to go straight into our 150 lap main event tonight. And with Right Rear Racing here, I dropped the links both on Facebook and on YouTube. That's rightrearracing.com/merch. You can go get all your Right Rear Racing merchandise there. And I know that racerselite.com, they have some merchandise there as well. Go feel free to go to both of them, support the league and the broadcast here. As we're ready for your starting lineup for your main event here. Again, it's going to be 150 laps. You see them there gridding up now. It's going to be the 77 of Alex Gates starting on the pole. On the outside of him is going to be Truth Hulk in the 55. Inside row number 2, we have Andrew Teft in the 98. On his outside is going to be the 13 of Brandon Honeycutt. Row 3, we have Kinsley Smith in the 15. And on his outside is going to be Thomas Sweeney in the number 95. Row 4, we have Cody Bonelli in the 19. And on his outside is going to be Colin McDonald in the 36. Row 5, we have Billy Hensley in the 66. On his outside is going to be Alan Bergen in the 000. We have Pete pulling in it. Sorry about that. Pete in the 47. And Aaron Roth in the 57 on his outside. And rounding out the field is going to be Aiden Howard in the 14 machine. That's going to be your starting lineup for your 150 laps here. It's going to be a 13-car field. Again, drivers, sorry about messing up your last names. Try my best. If we catch you on the interview, you have a chance to correct it there. As they come out of the pits down the back straightaway, led by the 77 of Alex Gates in that Mission 22 white and blue car. And it looks like the field is lined up. We're going to go green flag racing next time around, as I believe the pace car lights are out, led by Alex Gates in the 77 machine on the pole. Outside of him in the throwback Wrangler car, that's going to be Truth Hulk. I could be pronouncing that name wrong, and I'm sorry about that. As the pace truck dives in, as they come in turn number 3, the 77 of Alex Gates is waiting for that green flag. As he blinks out just a little bit there, he comes back in. Waiting for that start zone to hit that loud pedal. And he's in that start zone. He's getting the green flag. We're underway for your 150 lap race here with the Saturday night SRX series with Racers Elite, as the 77 of Alex Gates going to be still down low, coming down turn number 2. The 55 of Alex or Truth is going to be on the outside, and the Truth of that 55 is going to lead us in turn number 3. As lap number 1, we're going to have the 55 of Truth leading lap number 1. Alex Gates is going to be in second. Brandon Honeycutt is getting the high side going. He's going to be still running side by side with Andrew Teft. As they come out turn number 2, Teft is going to get a run down low. They're trying to catch the 2 in front of them. As Teft's still looking down low in turns 3 and 4. We're still early on in this race as we just completed lap number 2. They're still side by side entering turn number 3 as the race is for third on your screen now with the 2 and the 13. And with Brandon Honeycutt running that high side, we're going to go on board with. We go on board with him there. It's still going to be Truth in that 55 in first, and Andrew Teft took over third, and we have our first caution flag coming out. And we're going to go take a look at what happened there. As we go follow the 47 of Pete. Scrapes the outside wall. And it looks like it's right there in front of him, as I'm going to find out who that was. Too far forward here. And that's actually the 15 of Kinsley Smith in that Aaron's machine. I brought up the first caution flag of tonight's race. The field is still led by the 55 of Truth, followed by the 77 of Alex Gate, and then the 98 of Andrew Teft is in third. The 13 machine of Brandon Honeycutt is going to be in fourth, and Thomas Sweeney in the number 95 is going to round out your top 5. The 36 of Colin is in 6th. Cody in that 19 machine is in 7th. Billy Hensley is going to go to the pits, followed by the 57 of Aaron Roth. Those 2 are going to the pits. Kinsley Smith comes into the pits as well. As they're still under caution here. And we're going to go take a look down pit lane, as I believe that was Billy Hensley in the 66 coming out. As you see Kinsley Smith in that 15 getting the left side tires fixed. Aaron Roth in that 57 is coming out. Here comes Kinsley Smith. As the field comes out, turn number 4, they're getting the 1 rolled up green flag as we're ready to go racing next time around. And the 55 is going to pick the high side for the start. As the 77 of Alex Gates takes the inside. And thank you, Mike, for liking the stream. As they come down the back straightaway, entering turn number 3, they're waiting for that start zone as they come out turn number 4. As you see the pace truck pulled off there, or pace car pulled off. And Truth in that 55 machine is waiting for that start zone and hitting that loud pedal. As he enters that start zone, he's going to get a good jump here and start us another green flag racing once again. He's going to take over the lead, followed by the 77 Alex Gates. The 13 of Brandon Honeycutt's going to get that outside going on the 3 start. And something happened to the 55 machine there as he goes to the bottom and looks like he's going to the pits. The 77 Alex Gates is going to be your new leader as they come out turn number 4. He's going to lead this lap, and Brandon Honeycutt and that 13 machine is going to take over second. We have contact back there in the back. That's going to be with Aaron Roth, the believe that's the 66 of Billy Hensley as well. And these drivers are starting to fall back in line throughout the field as we are done with our first 10 laps. And I know it's early on in the race, but that 47 of Pete is currently your hard charger as he's moved up 6 spots, and he's trying to get that low side going, trying to make a pass on Colin in that 36 machine. As we go back up to the front, it's still Alex Gates in that 77 machine leading the field. Brandon Honeycutt still in second. We're going to go back there as they're running side by side in the back. That's going to be Pete and Cody running side by side as they go in turn number 1. That's going to be your battle for your 7th position. As Pete's moved back now, he's in 7th. He's battling it out with Aaron Roth on this outside. He's moving back from 7th and 8th. That's your battle for 7th on your screen now between the Nebraska Cornhuskers. 57, Aaron Roth. And on the bottom of him was going to be the 47 of Pete as he falls back just a little bit. We're going to go up with Cody in that 19 machine. He's trying to get that low side going in turns 3 and 4. And Pete hits that outside wall just a little bit. And Cody's in 6th. As we go back up towards the front of your field, we're with Andrew Teft in that 98 Miller machine. As he looks down low in turns 3 and 4, he's trying to make a pass on that 13 for position number 2. And these drivers know that it's a long race with 150 laps. They're going to be side by side coming out turn number 2. The 2 of Andrew Teft. He's going to be looking down low and down the back straightaway and coming. Entering turn number 3, the 13 scripts outside wall just a little bit, and here comes the 2 of Andrew Teft. He's going to take over your 2nd position as he's going to try to reel in the 77 of Alex Gates. Again, most of these drivers are still going to have to pit, and here comes the 36 of Colin looking down low too, and battle it out for position number 3 with Brandon Honeycutt. And we're going to go back up to your front and check out the front. And that's going to be Alex Gates in that 77 machine. And we have Truth and Thomas Sweeney in the pits, and I believe they're both coming out. We're going to go back through your field. Andrew Teft is going to be sitting 2nd. Brandon Honeycutt in 3rd. And Colin is going to be in 4th, followed by Kinsley Smith in that 15 machine. In 5th, as I believe Kinsley's the one that spun out earlier and caused the first, or was part of the first caution. And here we go, Colin looking down low in turns 1 and 2. As we go on board with Colin as he comes out turn 4 down the front straightaway, and we're going to start lap number 19 as we're only 18 laps down into this event. You can see the run that he's getting on 1 and 2 there as he looks down low in 1 and 2. And he goes tuck back in there. And we're going to have a caution flag come out. And that's going to bring out your 2nd caution flag of the night as we go follow Thomas Sweeney, that number 95. As he goes down the back straightaway with the 00 of Alan Bergen. The 95 just loops through there and tries to get it around and hits that outside wall. And that's going to bring out your 2nd caution of the night. And we're 20 laps down into your 150 lap race here. The mission 22, number 77, Alex Gates is still going to be on the pole, or on the position number 1. The Miller, number 2, is Andrew Teft. He's going to be number 98 on your scoreboard here. He is in 2nd. As you see, Truth in that 55 machine. He got the Lucky Dog Award as he's coming around the field. And he should be still down 1 lap. And he will be getting the Lucky Dog next time around as well, if there's another caution as they sit. the Rusty 13. That's going to be Brandon Honeycutt. The stickerbot.com 36 is going to be sitting in fourth, and that's Colin. And then rounding out your top 5 is going to be the Lucky Dog Aaron's 15, and that's Kinsley Smith. Again, viewers, thank you for joining in here on Right Rear Racing. Please like, follow, subscribe, and share. It's greatly appreciated here. As Alex Gates is going to start us off once we go green next time. I believe it's next time around. And they're getting a rolled up green flag. They're going to go green flag racing next time around. The 77 Alex Gates going to pick the outside with the 98 of Andrew Teft on the inside. Brandon Honeycutt's going to be down low on the inside as well. And outside of him is going to be the 36 of Colin. As they go down the back straightaway, they're entering turn number 3, and they're waiting for that start zone coming out turn number 4. As they're in turn number 4, you see the pace truck down low. They're within the lines, and we're green flag racing once again as the 77 Alex Gates is going to get a good jump here. Andrew Teft didn't get a good jump, and here comes the 36 of Brandon on his outside. He's moved up into that 3rd position after that restart. And we have commotion on the back stretch here coming out turn number 2. And we're going to go take a look. As you see, a car went around, and then Thomas Sweeney and that number 95 spun out to avoid it. That's going to bring out your 3rd caution flag of the night. And with that caution flag, I believe Truth in that 55 machine, he's going to get the Lucky Dog Award once again and be on the lead lap now. And he's sitting in a position number 11th. And the rest of these drivers still have to pit as they only started with 65% fuel. As And Truth did get that Lucky Dog. As you see, he's going around. The field's still going to be led by that Mission 2277 Alex Gates, the number 98 in that Miller machine. And it's going to be Andrew Teft in second. The stickerbot.com blue and purple car there, that's going to be Colin in the number 36. Brandon Honeycutt in the rustic machine there. And then we have the 19 of Cody. I believe that's Create Pensacola. The 15 of the Aaron's Lucky Dog, that's Kinsley Smith. The 00 of Alan Bergen is in 7th. Aaron Roth in that Nebraska Cornhusker 57. And the 66 of Billy Hensley is in 9th. And rounding out your top 10 is going to be the Wrangler 55 Truth. And I'm not going to say his last name, as I believe I've been butchering his last name all day. And they got the rolled up green flag. We're going to go back under green flag racing conditions next time around. As the 77 of Alex Gates picks the outside lane once again, he leads us in turn number 3. Waiting for that start zone. as they come out of turn number 4. And he's 77's in that start zone. He's hitting that loud pedal. He's going to get a good jump here as well as the 13 of Brandon Honeycutt. He's going to move up into that second position as they go in turn number 1. Andrew Teft in that number 2 machine there. He's going to move back to third. We have the 00 and the 36 making contact. That's going to be for position battle 4th. And they're keeping it straight and under green. And here comes the 36 once again. The 00 is going to come right behind him and try to help him up, I guess, with the draft. Enter turn number 1. And on his outside is Billy Hensley in that 66 machine as he's moved up to position number 4, entering turn number 3. He's battling out in position number 4 with the 36 of Colin down low. As they're coming out turn number 4, the 66 is going to take over position number 4. And we're going to have some side-by-side racing here soon for battle for position number 2 as Andrew Teft looks down low, a lower line than the 13 of Brandon Honeycutt, and 3 and 4. And he's still running a little bit lower line than the 13 machine. He's going to gain right here in 1 and 2. He's going to try to get some momentum built up. And that bottom side, it seems like it's there. The little bit lower line is there for your turns, but in the straightaways, the 13 machine has a better run from the outside. And your early leader of Truth, he's moved up to position number 9. He's trying to make his way back through the field and lead a few laps as he made a pit stop pretty early there. As we're still watching the battle for second with the 13 and the 98. And we have one going around back there. I believe that's the 19 of Cody. And we're going to go take another look at that and be on board with Cody here in that 19 machine. As he just made a pass on Aaron Roth in that 57. He looks down low and 1 of 2 there. And he comes out of turn 2, kind of hit that loud pedal just a little bit too hard and looped her around as he came out of turn number 2. That's going to bring out another caution flag for tonight's race. I'm pretty sure the 77 of Alex Gates is going to choose the outside. And you've seen there, Andrew Teft, he's making his way to down pit lane. The 00 of Alan Bergen's down pit lane. And the 19 of Cody's down pit lane as well. As we go in reverse here, for your top 5 is going to be the 36 of Colin. And 4th is going to be the 57 of Aaron Roth. And 3rd is going to be the 66 of Billy Hensley. 13 of Brandon Honeycutt's in 2nd. The 77 of Alex Gates is still leading the race. And I believe the 5 drivers that are in your top 5 have not made a pit stop yet. As we're still in the early stages of this race, we are starting lap number 37. 36 laps have been completed. And we're going to go green flag race the next time around and say just got the rolled up green flag. The field is still going to be led by Alex Gates in that 77 machine as he shows the outside lane once again. Brandon Honeycutt's going to be on the inside in that number 13 machine. As they enter turn number 3, waiting for that start zone. Coming out turn number 4. As they're coming out turn 4, they're hitting that start zone right now. They're getting the green flag. Alex Gates getting a good jump here. And the 57 of Aaron Roth, he's moved up 10 spots so far. He's getting the outside run working here in turns 1 and 2. He's going to try to take over your second position, as I believe the 13 of Brendan Honeycutt looks like he's going down the pits. The 57 machine is getting that outside going. He's moved up 10 spots so far. I know it's still early on as we have just completed 40 laps. And Brandon Honeycutt still in the pits. And we're going to go on board once again with your leader, Alex Gates. As you see, he's running that outside lane, hitting that loud pedal, entering turn number 3. And now we're going to go back out and watch some side-by-side racing. And the one that made a pit stop under yellow flag, Andrew Teft, in that number 2 machine on your screen. He's moved up to 3rd as he has fresh set of tires. And he's going to try to look down low on the 57 of Aaron Roth and take over your second position as they come out turn number 4. And they're going to be side-by-side coming out turn number 2. Or I thought they were going to be side-by-side. Andrew Teft is getting that low side going as they enter turn number 3. And the 57 pushes up. We're going to be side-by-side coming out turn number 4. The 57 scripts that outside wall as Andrew Teft in that 2 machine is going to take over your second position as they go in turn number 1. He's getting that low side, ripping it down there. And he's going to try to reel in the 77 of Alex Gates as Andrew Teft has fresher tires. And we go back there. We follow the 19 of Cody as he looks on the inside of the 66 of Billy Hensley. That's going to be a battle for 4th between these 3 drivers. And that's going to be Cody, Billy, and Colin. That's going to be your battle for 4th. And we're going to go back up to the front as these drivers are starting to battle up for the lead. As Andrew Teft looks down low in 1 and 2, he's looking down low down the back straightaway as he's full car length lower than the 77 of Alex Gates. He entered turn number 3. Andrew Teft still getting that lower lane going. He moved up to his left rear quarter panel, and Alex Gates is still going to lead. And now it looks like Alex is trying to move down just a little bit and getting a better run. Maybe Andrew is saving his tires a little bit. As we have a battle here for your 3rd position, that's going to be Cody in that 19 machine taking over 3rd. Aaron Roth has moved back to 4th. And as soon as I say that, Cody hits that outside wall, he's going to come back down and secure or maintain his 3rd position. Billy Hensley is that 66 going to round out your top 5, as I believe I skipped over the 57 of Aaron Roth in 4th. We're going to go back up to the front as these drivers are starting to heat up for the lead. As we are 48 laps down into your 150 lap race here, the number 2 of Andrew Teft is still running that lower line as Alex Gates is running the higher line. We're going to be side-by-side entering turn number 3, and they don't make contact, and the number 2 of Andrew Teft is going to take over the lead. That's going to be the number 98 of Andrew Teft as he has car number 2 on his car. And we have a new leader at lap 49, and that's going to be Andrew Teft, followed by Alex Gates as he's moved back to the second position. And Cody in that number 19 machine is in third, as the top three have kind of separated themselves from the rest of the field. We have Aaron Roth in fourth, and Billy Hensley in that 66 machine rounds out your top five. Down low behind him is going to be the number 36 of Cullen, as he's trying to make a move on the 55 of Truth on his outside. As Truth gets the momentum going there, he's going to take over your sixth position. Here comes the number 95, as I believe the 95 is a lap down. He is going to be your Lucky Dog Award winner for the next caution flag as we currently sit. And we're going to go back up here towards the front of the field. We're going to follow along with Cody in that number 19 machine, as he has the fresher tires than the 77 of Alex Gates, as he's trying to make a move, or gain some ground to make a move on the 77 here. As they go in turn one, he's going to look down low. We're going to be side-by-side entering turn number one. As they come out of turn number two, they're still side-by-side. The 19 machine is trying to get the low side going. The 77 has that momentum on the outside, and he's going to maintain your second position as they go down the back straightaway. The 19 is going to change up his lines here and run the high side in three and four, right behind the 77 of Alex Gates, and down the front straightaway. Once again, he's tucked in right behind that 77 machine. And coming down turn two, he's looking down low just a little bit. He comes back up. Now he's looking down low in three and four. He's going to push up just a little bit. The 77 of Alex Gates is trying to hold off the number 19 of Cody as they come out of turn four down the front straightaway. Here comes the 19 down low. We're this side-by-side battle for second as we are starting lap number 55. They're still side-by-side battling up for position number two. That's the 77 of Alex Gates and the 19 of Cody. As Cody's going to get a better run here off of four. We're going to have a caution flag come out, and that's going to save Alex from losing the second position. And I believe Alex might actually pit here, as we're going to go take a look at the 55 of Truth. Makes contact with the 66 of Billy Hensley. And he comes down on Billy Hensley and hits that left rear quarter panel to the right front fender of Billy Hensley, and that's going to bring out the caution flag. And as we come back to the live scenes here, the 77 of Alex Gates makes its way down pit road. The 36 of Cullen is down pit road, and the 66 of Billy Hensley has made his way down pit road as well. You see Brandon Honeycutt in that 13 machine making his way down pit road as well. And I believe that was Thomas Sweeney getting the Lucky Dog Award there. And your four drivers on the screen, I believe, have already made a pit stop today. So they should be good on fuel the rest of the way, if I'm not mistaken. And here comes Alex Gates coming back out. Brandon Honeycutt's right behind him. I believe that's Thomas Sweeney in that number 95. He's going to get his lap back. He's going to be back on the lead lap, as we only have one driver down 2 laps, and that's going to be Pete in the 47. As I believe Pete might be done for the day. Truth in that 55, he's made his way down pit lane. So we started off with 13 drivers tonight, and 4 drivers have already loaded up and called it a night. That's going to be Aiden in the 14 machine, the 47 of Pete, the 15 of Kinsley Smith, and I think it's the 00 of Alan Bergen have called it a night, if I'm not mistaken. And they're getting the rolled up green flag. We're going to go green flag racing next time around. The field is going to be led by the number 98, Andrew Teft. The 19 of Cody is going to be on his outside as Andrew chose the lower lane. That Nebraska Cornhusker 57 is Aaron Roth. And then we have the stickerbot.com 36 Cullen on the outside of road number 2. The 77 of Alex Gates has moved back to position number 5. And on his outside is going to be the 55 of Truth as they come around turn 3 and 4 here, waiting for that start zone. as they're coming out of 4, hitting that start zone right there. Andrew Teft's going to hit that loud pedal and lead us down the front straightaway. As that inside lane got a good jump there, Andrew Teft's going to lead us in turn 1 and 2, followed by the 57 of Aaron Roth. And the 77, Alex Gates, trying to get that low side going as he has fresh tires now. He's going to try to race side by side with the number 19 of Cody and the 36 of Colin. As the 77 is getting that low side going, the 36 comes down low and tucks in behind the 77. We're side by side for position number 3 with the 19 and the 77, as the 77 gets a good run and moves up to position number 3 and secures it there as he comes out of turn number 2. And as soon as I say that, the 19 got a good run on the outside. The 57 is right there in second. He pushes up. We're going to be 3 wide there momentarily, and looks like the wall slowed him down there. He's moved back from position number 2 all the way back to 6 currently. And second now is going to be the 77 of Alex Gates, followed by the 19 of Cody in third. And your leader currently is going to be Andrew in that number 98 machine. Your early leader on in this race was the 55 of Truth. He made a pit stop early. He's moved up to position number 4. And as soon as I say that, the 19 machine on right in front of him hits that outside wall, and here comes the 55 taking over your third position as he moved up into the top 3. And we're going to go back through the field just a little bit, follow the 36 of Colin as he's getting that outside going in 3 and 4. The 13 of Brendan Honeycutt in that rusty 13 is going to be in 6. Aaron Roth has moved back to position number 7. And we're going to go back up to the front of the field as Alex Gates is closing in on Andrew Teft as he's coming out of turn number 4. He's looking down low, down the front straightaway. Entering turn 1, they're going to be right there on each other's doors. As they come out of turn number 2, Alex Gates is going to try to get that momentum coming out of turn number 2, getting that low side going. He bobbles a little bit. Here comes Andrew on that side. Andrew's going to still maintain the lead as they enter turn number 3. He had to slow up just a little bit as he almost pushed into the outside wall. Here comes the 77 down low, and at the line, it's still going to be Andrew Teft in that number 2 machine. And as these two are running side by side, we have company right behind them, and that's going to be the 55 of Truth. As they come out turn number 2, the 77 is going to take over your lead down the back straightaway. Just momentarily, here comes Andrew on the outside. Enter turn number 3. They're going to be side by side, battling it out for the lead. And coming out turn number 4, we have a new leader this time around, and that's going to be Alex Gates in that 77 machine, followed by the number 98 of Andrew Teft. And looking down low, Andrew Teft is going to be the 55 of Truth as they're coming out turn number 2, side by side, battling out for position number 2. Down the back straightaway, the number 98 of Andrew Teft is going to maintain his second position as the throwback Wrangler 55 there of Truth is still hot on Andrew's heels there as they come out turn number 4. The racing action is starting to heat up here as we are nearing the halfway point of your race here. Again, we're still watching the battle for second between Andrew Teft in that number 98 machine, or card number 2 on your screen, and the Wrangler 55 of Truth. As Truth looks on the outside, entering turn number 3, Andrew's still running that midline in 3 and 4. As they come out turn number 4, it's going to be Truth at the line. He's going to take over second position, and he's going to get that outside going in turns 1 and 2. They're still side by side as they come out turn number 2 down the back straightaway, and we have a new driver in second, and that's going to be Truth in that 55 machine. He's going to try to reel in that 77 machine. And as soon as I say that, Andrew in that number 98 machine, he's not letting up. And here comes that rusty 13 of Brandon Honeycutt. As he's in that 4th position, he's trying to reel in Andrew and Truth there right in front of him. And we're going to look at the gyro with Brandon Honeycutt here. As you see the battle in front of him and the line that he's running. And we're going to go back out and watch the action from outside of the cockpit now, with Truth still in second. And we're going to go back up here to the front. Alex Gates in that 77 machine. He made a pit stop and started fifth on the last restart, and he's back up to the lead, followed by the 55 of Truth. And in third is going to be the number 98 of Andrew Teft. The 13 of Brandon Honeycutt is in fourth, and Cody in that 19 machine is going to be in fifth, as he's in the 36 of Colin is going to be in sixth. I believe we still have Hunter Hensley, or Billy Hensley. I don't know where I got Hunter from. And Aaron Roth and Thomas Sweeney, as those are the drivers that are still out on the track. We're going to go back up towards the front of the field here. As we are now halfway through with your main event here, we have another 75 laps remaining, as they're just starting on lap number 76. As the field is slowly reeled in, Alex Gates in that 77 machine. We're going to take a look at Cody and Colin back here as they're running fifth and sixth. They're trying to reel these drivers in. A lot of these drivers were probably saving some tires, and as we reach the halfway point, probably going to start reeling them in here. And as they come out turn number 4, you see the 55 of Truth hits that outside wall just a little bit, and Alex is still in the lead. And Andrew Teft is right there in that number 98 machine, or the number 2 on your screen, as he's in position number 3. He's running that Wallace wrap on this SRX car here, as he's the only one he's running a different line than everyone else, as he's looking about mid-track, as everyone else is running more top track. As a 13 of Brandon Honeycutt, he's trying to close the door on Andrew and reel him in here. As they come out of turn 2 down the back straightaway, enter turn number 3, Brandon Honeycutt's going to get that outside lane going here and get some momentum, as we are now 80 laps down into this event. And that wall might give here soon, as the 55 is hitting that outside wall even more. Andrew Teft's looking down low, coming down turn number 2. He's going to take over position number 2. Here comes Brandon Honeycutt right there. We're going to be side by side for position number 3 with Brandon Honeycutt and Truth in that 55 machine. And Truth hits that outside wall once again, and Brandon Honeycutt's going to take over third. He's right on Andrew's heels, ready to go and try to battle it out for second with Andrew. And as soon as I was saying that about the outside wall, it looked like Truth hits that outside wall, and that's whenever Andrew made the pass, and Brandon Honeycutt just hit this outside wall once again as well. And I know these drivers are probably starting to get tired. I know that I would if I was in the car with them, or in this race with them. And Alex Gates is pulling away, as he has almost a little over 1 second gap on Andrew. As we take a look at the gaps now instead of the best time, as you see on the screen on the left hand side is the gap time that they have. And as soon as I say something about Alex, he hits that outside wall, and as he comes out of turn number 4. And Andrew's slowly reeled in Alex just a little bit, as he is now 0.7 of a second behind him. And we have Brandon Honeycutt still in third. Truth in that 55 machine. He's going to be in fourth. And we're going to have side by side racing for fifth. That's going to be between the 19 of Cody as he's down low, the 36 of Colin as he's on the outside. And it looks like Colin's going to take over your fifth position. But here comes Cody still looking down low. Again, that's your battle for fifth between these two drivers, the 19 and the 36. At the line, we're going to have Cody in that number 19 machine be in fifth as he's getting that low side working. As he comes out turn two, comes up and cuts off the 36. And now the 36 is going to try to go down low in 3 and 4. And he's kind of tucked in there. They're going to be, I said that he's tucked in. As soon as I say that, 36 is coming down low. Ends 1 and 2. He's trying to make a move there. We're going to go back up towards the front. The 19 of Cody hit that outside wall and back straightaway. As you see on your screen, you have your top 3 drivers all right here on top of each other, as now it's a half-second gap between Alex and Andrew. And Brandon Honeycutt hits that outside wall once again in 3 and 4, and Truth is about 2.5 seconds behind Brandon Honeycutt. And we're going to go back up to the front as we have 60 laps left in this event. And Andrew's still trying to reel in Alex. Alex is running a smooth line up there. And he has about a half-second gap on Andrew. And Andrew's still sitting in second, followed by Brandon Honeycutt. And these are your top 3 drivers on your screen. As you see Andrew looking that car lane lower than the 77 of Alex as they come out turn number 4. These 3 drivers have pulled away from the rest of the field as at Brandon Honeycutt to the next driver is going to be Cody in that 19, and that's going to be a 3-second gap between Cody and Brandon. Still led by Alex Gates in that 77 machine. He's led majority of this race. The 55 of Truth, he's been a leader, and the 98 of Andrew Teff have led as well. That's the 3 leaders from this race. And Alex blinked out there just a little bit. I thought he was going to have internet connection issues and lose this lead. As we go to turn number 1, it's still going to be Alex as he came back, followed by the 98 of Andrew Teft, and right behind him in third is going to be the 13 of Brandon Honeycutt. I believe this is the longest green flag stint that we've had. And all the drivers should be good on their pit stops, as I believe they should be good to go with their fuel. You see the 13 get a little bit loose there, coming out turn number 2. They're down the back straightaway. We're going to have lap traffic coming up here soon. And I believe that is going to be the 57 of Aaron Roth. Is going to be the lap traffic that they're about to come up onto. Was that going to play a factor as they come out turn number 2 down the back straightaway? They should be coming up making a pass on the lap traffic probably about in a lap or 2. We're going to follow with Alex Gates in that 77 machine to see if lap traffic is going to play an issue. As they come out turn 4 down the front straightaway, enter turn number 3, the 2 machine of Andrew Teft. He's running that lower line still than the 77 of Alex Gates. And they're coming in turn 3. They're side by side with lap traffic of the 57 as he's down low. Andrew Teft is looking on this outside as well. He's going to get by lap traffic as well, and that's going to clear the Alex Gates and Andrew Teft. Can Brandon Honeycutt get around him as well and stay within the mix here? As he's running that outside lane, he's trying to make a pass on the 57 of the lap traffic 57. And this time around, we have completed 100 laps as Alex Gates is currently your leader. We have 50 more laps left in this event. So we're going to have 7 cars on the lead lap. And the next yellow, the lucky dog, will be Aaron Roth in that 57 machine. And here comes Andrew. Looking down low in 3 and 4. He's running that lower line this whole race. He's about a half car length below him. And come down the front straightaway. Again, your top 3 have kind of separated themselves from the rest of the field. And we're going to have contact there in 3 and 4. The 77 hits that outside wall. We're going to be side by side down the front straightaway for your lead. And that's going to be between Andrew and Alex. As Andrew looks down low. Alex is up high, Andrew down low. Andrew pushes up just a little bit in middle of the turn. He's going to be your new leader down the back straightaway. He's going to come up and shut the door off on the 77 machine. Here comes the 77 looking down low in turn 3 and 4 here. And as they come out of turn 4, Andrew and that number 2 machine is going to take over the lead. And Alex Gates and that 77 machine's hot on his heels still, followed by Brandon Honeycutt in that 13. And we're going to go back. Keep an eye on your front 3 drivers here. As the 77 is still right there in contention. And we're going to go out just a little bit and see if any lap traffic's coming up soon on these drivers. And I don't see anything coming up on the screen. And this is your leaders here. And Alex hits that loud pedal just a little bit too hard coming out 2 and loses control down the back straightaway. He's going to lose that second position. Andrew Tefson, still your leader. Brandon Honeycutt in that 13 machine is going to move up from 3rd to 2nd. And Cody and that 19 machine moved up to 3rd. Billy Hensley in 4th. And Alex Gates in that 77 machine, he dropped back to 5th. He's going to have to make his way back as we have roughly 40 laps remaining. Can Brandon Honeycutt reel in Andrew Teft and make a pass here for the win? As we go back in the field, we're going to follow your 3rd place driver right now, that number 19 of Cody. And right behind him is going to be the 66 of Billy Hensley. As we got some Billy fans watching on YouTube. Again, Right Rear Racing is on YouTube and on Facebook. As both those drivers make contact with the outside wall, here comes Alex trying to make a move. Again, this is 3rd, 4th, and 5th on your screen. That's as they come out, turn number 2 down the back straightaway. The 19 and the 66 had a better exit there as they did not make contact with that outside wall. And Alex Gates is hot on Hensley's heels there. We're going to come back up here. Andrew Teft is still leading this race, followed by Brandon Honeycutt in that number 13 machine. And Andrew Teft has about a 1 second gap on Brandon. As you see, Brandon has a little bit of damage to his right side of his car there. We're going to go back here to these three drivers. This is a battle for third between the 1966 and the 77. As the 66 looks down low of Cody in that 19 machine, they're going to make contact. And Andrew, well, that's Alex in that 77 machine, is going to go on the outside of the 66 of Billy Hensley, as they're going to be side by side entering turn number 3. Through 3 and 4, they're still side by side racing. The 66 is going to get them run here and try to make a pass on the 19 and turn 1 and 2. As they come out turn number 2, he's going to come up and cut off the 19 machine, and he's going to take over your third position, and that's the 66 of Billy Hensley. And now we're going to have the side-by-side racing between the 77 and the 19, and that's going to be battle for position number 4, as the 77 of Alex Gates is going to move up into position number 4, coming out turn number 4. Now Billy Hensley is going to try to hold off the 77 of Alex Gates, as Alex looks down low in turn 1 and 2. We're nearing the last few laps of this race. As I say last few laps, it's about 35 laps remaining. And Andrew still has about a second gap on Brandon Honeycutt. As you see here, this is your battle for third between the 66 and the 77. The 66 of Billy Hensley, he's getting that outside going, and Alex is looking down low as they come in turn number 3. He's still looking down low in 3 and 4. As they come out turn number 4, it's going to be still the 66 holding on to your third position. The 77's trying to make momentum, and the 66 of Billy Hensley hits that outside wall. Here comes the 77. He's going to take over your third position. And I know he had hard luck there of spinning her out as he was running and battling out for the lead with Andrew. And the 19 of Cody's going to look down low as well and try to move up to position number 4. As, again, this is your third, fourth, and fifth place drivers on your screen. And right behind them in 6 is going to be Truth in the 55, followed by the 36 of Colin in 7th. Aaron Roth, he's a lap down. He's in 8th. And then we have Sweeney in the number 95. He's 3 laps down, as he is going to be in 9th. As we go back up to the front of the field, it's still Andrew Teft leading the field, and he's being very consistent. He's been running that a little bit lower line than every other driver, but Brandon's right behind him and closing the gap just a little bit. But he made contact with the outside wall coming out of turn number 2. And I don't know what happened back here with Alex Gates, as I'm getting a notification that he crashed. And he's made his way down pit lane. We're going to have to go back and take a look at what happened to Alex after the race is over with, most likely, as we have 30 more laps in this event. And with Alex Gates ended up crashing and go down the pits, Billy Hensley in that 66 machine, he's going to take over your third place position, followed by the 19 of Cody Bonelli. All of these drivers are kind of spaced out now. As you see Alex Gates make his way out of the pits, he goes down a lap as he's hoping for a caution flag so that way he can get the lucky dog, as there's only 6 drivers on the lead lap, and that's going to be the 36 of Colin on the lead lap there. As you see, coming out turn 4, right behind him is the leader. He's trying to hold off being a lap down. As we near the closing laps of this race, as we go down the back straightaway, enter turn number 3, we're watching that number 98, Andrew Teft, as he's trying to reel in Colin in that number 36 car machine, and that's going to be lap traffic right in front of him. And the 36 machine goes up high in 3 and 4. He's going to make contact with that outside wall just a little bit. Here comes the number 98, your leader. He's going to look down low and try to put the 36 of Colin down a lap. And Colin's going to give him the space as they go through 1 and 2. As they come out turn 2, Andrew's going to put a car between him and Brandon in that 13 machine. As Andrew comes out of turn number 4, we're going to have 25 laps remaining in your 150 lap race here. And you see there Brandon Honeycutt making a pass on the 36 to get around him to try to close up that gap between him and Andrew, as it's been very consistent of about a 1.1 to 1.3 second gap. Billy Hensley's 9 seconds behind Brandon Honeycutt, and he's going to be in third in that 66 machine. And the car right in front of him that is blinking is going to be Alex Gates in the 77 machine. That's going to be lap traffic. And Cody Bonelli in that 19 machine is going to be fourth, and rounding out your top 5 is going to be the 55 of Truth. As all these drivers are kind of spaced out throughout the whole field now. And sorry about that. I hit something and disconnected my mic, and I was trying to get my mic set back up as we are in the closing laps, 20 laps remaining in this event. We have the top 5 drivers on the lead lap. Andrew's got a little bit more gap now with a 1.8 second gap. Billy Hensley's 9 seconds behind Brandon as the 95's down low. That's going to be a lap traffic of the 95 of Thomas Sweeney. And you see Cody in that 19 machine. He's behind him. He's about a second to 1.2 seconds behind Billy Hensley. And we have Truth in that 55 machine. He's about 5 seconds behind Cody in that 19 machine. And that's going to be your top 5 drivers that are on the lead lap. And we're going to go with 15 laps remaining. It's been Andrew Teff in the last 50 laps here, I believe, give or take some. He's been leading it since then. And Brandon Honeycutt is in second. Billy Hensley's in third, and Brandon Honeycutt moved up to second when Alex Gates spun out and wanted to come out turn number 2. As all these drivers have roughly about at least a second, if not more, between each other. Andrew is 2.5 seconds out in front of Brandon Honeycutt in that 13 machine. and then it's about an 8-second gap between Brandon and Billy. We have a 3-second gap between Billy and Cody, and a 5-second gap between Cody and Truth. As we're watching your leader in that number 2 Wallace machine there, that's going to be Andrew Teft in the 98, or his car number 98. Followed by Brandon as we go on board and watch him a few laps. And you see that 77 of Alex Gates. He's trying to make his way around. As he's lap traffic, he's slowly getting back on the lead lap. I believe he's only 1 lap down, so he can get back in front of these 2 drivers and make it around, as we're going to have about 10 laps remaining. Or we should have 10 laps remaining next time around coming up. And you see Brandon Honeycutt running the outside, hit the outside wall just a little bit, and Alex Gates makes the pass, but that's for Alex to get back onto the lead lap. And the 95 of Thomas Sweeney is right behind the 13 of Brandon Honeycutt. He's a lap down as well. He's going to be 5 laps down, as we are now 10 laps remaining in this event. We're going to have Andrew Teft still leading the field. And if a caution comes out, I believe Alex will be your lucky dog, as you see him on the screen right behind Andrew there, as he came out turn 4, as Andrew is coming in turn number 1. He's slowly trying to reel him in to get his lap stat back, but as we have 7 laps remaining next time around coming out turn number 4, I don't know if Alex can make it through to get back onto the lead lap and make his charge back around and try to battle for the lead again. As you see, Andrew's just being smooth and consistent and staying off that outside wall. That outside wall seems like it wants to eat you. And you see the 77 of Alex Gates. He's moved up there. He's right there on Andrew. He's going to try to get his lap back. As we have 6 laps remaining in this 150 lap event here. And looking over at the chat, Tyler Otney, for this series, it's going to be Lernerville and Lucas Oil, the 2 dirt tracks that these drivers run. Alex just got his lap back, so there's going to be 6 cars on the lead lap, as we have 5 laps remaining for your main event here. And Andrew has a 2.6 second gap on Brandon Honeycutt in second. Billy Hensley is still going to be in third, followed by Cody in the number 19, as I believe that should be your top 3 as long as nothing happens and there's no caution flags. With the 55 of Truth in 5th, and you just seen the 77 of Alex Gates gets back on the lead lap. He's going to be in 6th. And that 95 of Thomas Sweeney, he's in 9th, and he's 5 laps down. Or I'm sorry, he got a lap back, so he's 4 laps down. And the 77 and the 95 crash right in front of the leaders. That's going to bring out a caution flag, as we're going to have 3 laps remaining. That's going to make things very interesting on these closing laps. Who's going to win and who's going to finish on your podium? Who are we going to listen to after the race? We're going to go back and watch here with Alex Gates as the 95 of Thomas Sweeney pushes up just a little bit, taps him in that left rear quarter panel, and he loops her around, as Thomas Sweeney loops her around down low as well. That's going to bring out another caution flag with a green-white checker finish. You see Andrew taking some tires. I don't know if he's taking tires or he's going to be taking fuel. Hensley's come down pit lane. Cody's come down pit lane. Your top 5 drivers are down pit lane. Will Alex come down pit lane as well? As you see, both those drivers are getting left side tires. I'm sorry, that was right side tires. I was looking right at it. That was my mistake on that one. As they got right side tires, they're ready to go back out there on the track. And who's going to come out third out of your pit lane? That's going to be the 66 of Billy Hensley. The 19 of Cody's going to be fourth, and Truth in that 55. Aaron Roth is making his way down pit road. He is 1 lap down. And Alex Gates will be on the lead lap. And Colin is a lap down as well, if I'm not mistaken, in that 36 machine. And they're getting the rolled up green flag. We're going to go green flag racing next time around. Those 2 drivers are going around pace truck getting their lap back, position back. The field is going to be led by Andrew, and that number 98, the 13 of Brandon Honeycutt, is going to be on his outside. Billy Hensley is going to be inside row number 2, and the 19 of Cody outside of him, and the 55 of Truth is going to round out your top 5. I think those other 2 drivers are coming up close. The pace truck pulls off as we're going to have a green-white checker finish here as Andrew leads us out of turn number 4 to the start zone. He's hitting that start zone and getting the green flag as we're back under green flag racing. And Andrew's going to come up and kind of close the door on the 13 as they go in turn number 1. As they come out turn number 2, it's still going to be the number 98 of Andrew Teft and first, followed by the 13 of Brandon Honeycutt and the 66 of Billy Hensley. And the 19 is looking down low in turns 3 and 4. He's going to try to make a move on the 66 as the 55's on his outside. They're coming out turn number 4. They're getting the white flag as we have one more time around. The number 98 of Andrew Teft is leading the field still, followed by the 13. And Billy Hensley hits it outside wall in turns 1 and 2. He comes down and saves it to hold on to third position. Here comes the 19 looking down low in turns 3 and 4 and trying to make an attempt here to get into the top 3. As they come out turn number 4, it's going to be Andrew Teft in that number 2 machine, followed by Brandon Honeycutt in the 13. And rounding out your top 3 is going to be the 66 of Billy Hensley. We have the number 19 of Cody Bonelli finishing 4th, and the 55 of Truth rounds out your top 5, and the 77 of Alex Gates finishes in 6th. Those are the drivers that are on the lead. We're on the lead lap, as we're going to hear from Andrew, Brandon, and Billy here momentarily. As you see some victory, looks like he's going to try to do some donuts here. And we're going to look at the rest of your field, as you're going to have Cody finishing 4th, Truth in 5th, Alex Gates finishes 6th, Aaron Roth in 7th, Colin in 8th, Thomas Sweeney finishes 9th. Rounding out your top 10 is going to be Alan Bergen, Hensley Smith in 11th, Pete in 13th, and Aiden Howard in 13th. As you see those victory donuts happening right there on your screen. and we're still waiting for all 3 of your drivers to make it their way back, make their way over to the Discord. And as we do that, let's go take a look at what happened to Alex after he spun out there. And that's not the one that I was wanting there. As Alex, you see that's where the tough luck with Alex Gates happened at. And then this is the one that happened right in front of your leaders. And we'll see if there's anyone over there. We're going to hear from Andrew first, as he's already over here. He is the winner of tonight's race. And Andrew, do you got a copy? Let's see. Hang on one second. I thought I had you set up on my Streamlabs, but apparently your audio is not coming through. Everyone will just stand by 1 second. Fix this minor hiccup here. All right, now we should have you over here.
Got me now?
Yes, sir. How you doing tonight, man?
Hey, pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So early on in the race, with you maintained third for the majority of the race. What was your pit strategy going into tonight and trying to save your tires on these cars here?
Oh, I was kind of questioning it a couple times. First time I pit, the fuel window had just opened up, and I think I was the only one up front that came in. Then I think the next caution, the people in front of me came in, so they had fresher tires behind me. So I just tried to do my best to save them and hope that they would use theirs up, and maybe that small difference between ours wouldn't matter. And kind of lucked out, and that's sort of how that played out. And then the restart at the end, I questioned myself again, like, do I take four? Do I take two? So I had pretty big gap behind me. Just thinking maybe I could get away with four and still maintain control of the lead, but opted for two, hoping it would be a little bit looser also handling wise, and kind of nailed that restart. And yeah, it's the rest is history.
And I know that you and Alex are putting on one hell of a show there, racing back side by side. Did you happen to see it in your mirror whenever Alex hit his gas pedal just a little bit too hard coming out of turn two?
Yeah, we were having a lot of fun there. It was pretty close quarters. I was up against the wall, and it must have been, I don't know, it felt like 10 laps side by side or something, trying to make those passes. But yeah, I was looking ahead of me at a different car when that happened, and I took a look at my relative and didn't see him anymore. So I didn't see what happened, but I knew something happened. And Honeycutt's also really good at managing his tires at these things, and wasn't sure if he was holding back or showing everything he had. So yeah, I'm just glad I played the cards right. And a lot of the times I sort of zig when I should zag on these pit strategy things with four or two tires or no tires, but nice when it plays out right.
And that's I'm be honest with you, I'm new to this asphalt thing. This is actually the first broadcast on asphalt for me, mainly dirt. So this was actually interesting on my side, and trying to call the strategies and everything was very interesting on my side, as I will say.
Yeah,
And
the lines played a big difference too. I think the top line was kind of tempting because it was quick, but it felt like you had to carry so much entry speed that you just roast off the right front. And I was hoping they would
But,
get tight toward the end of their runs, and it seems like that's what happened. But
and kind of watching you there, it looked like you were running about half a car to a full car length lower than everyone else, and getting that line working for you. And at that point, in my opinion, is why would you want to change?
yeah, I was really aiming for that straight launch off the corners to carry some straightaway speed. And just trying to get back to the gas once smoothly, not in and out of it.
Yes,
Um, just tire management all around.
yes, sir. And do you have any sponsors that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I want to thank you guys for putting on the show tonight. Want to thank my team, everybody that tunes in to watch, shows up to race, our servicemen and women, my family. And if anybody's interested in checking us out, just head on over to racerselite.com. You can find all of our schedule standings, the whole 9 yards. Got some brand new seasons coming up Tuesday through Thursday in just a few weeks. We just entered our chase period this week. Got 4 weeks left in this season, then some brand new ones start up. So come check us out. We always got something going on, including money events and um, almost every day of the week sometimes.
And I know that she brought up the Racer Elite check you out on the website. For the viewers, I did drop the link both on YouTube and Facebook for the racerselite.com. So I just want to piggyback on you on that one,
Yeah, appreciate it.
sir. Again, thank you for having me do the broadcast for you, and congratulations on finishing or taking the win tonight. I don't think we're going to hear from Honeycutt or Hensley.
Yeah, Honeycutt doesn't normally interview. This might be it for tonight, but I appreciate
Okay.
everybody turning out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And, and thank you for taking your time to come over here for the interview.
Yep, thanks. Have a good night.
Yep, you too, man. And there you have it, your winner, Andrew, in that number 98 machine. Thank you for joining in here on Right Rear Racing. That's going to conclude tonight's racing events, as tonight was the first night for Right Rear Racing to venture out over to the asphalt side. Hopefully, it was good viewing for you, and you can catch us again live right here on Right Rear Racing on Thursday night for the Slick Track Challenge with Dirt Series as they take on. I can't remember what track they take on, so I'm not going to be able to tell you that as that's not off the top of my head. But you can join in here at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time to catch that race. If you haven't yet, go check out rightrearracing.com/merch and get you some merchandise there. Again, as you just heard from Andrew, go check out racerselite.com and get registered up for any of the events that they have there. And again, thank you for joining in here on Right Rear Racing. We will catch you next time.